So thank you guys for coming to our last virtual symposium. So today I'm going to be talking a bit about technology and how your nonprofit can really leverage the free and purpose-built fundraising event technology that GiveSignup creates. So I'm Allison. I lead the GiveSignup business, and you may know us as your platform for your run, walk, ride through RunSignup that you've had every year. And over the last 2 years, we've really built out a whole new suite of solutions for nonprofits for fundraising events. And a lot more nonprofits are using our technology. And this presentation is really going to talk about this whole concept that we have of supporter engagement and how our different types of event and fundraising technology can really help you engage and grow your community. I'm going to walk through about a half dozen different customer stories to talk about ways and kind of make that technology more tangible with some real examples of how nonprofits are using our tools to create these activation points to get their supporters involved and grow awareness of their nonprofits and missions. And then finally, we're going to talk about integrations and efficiency for your nonprofit. A lot of our customers already have a CRM or a donor management system where they're kind of maintaining and managing all their data. And we're going to talk about how you can get your GiveSignup technology and all the other tech tools that your nonprofit is using to implement your mission and programs and fundraising in a really integrated and automated type of way. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of time for questions at the end. So starting out, let's talk a little bit about what supporter engagement means and why it's important to your nonprofit. A lot of nonprofits may get a significant amount or even most of their money from really large donors and from grants. But to have a really successful nonprofit and to create that community, you need to engage and have all these different types of supporters and constituents. And to foster that community and really grow that community, you need creative ways to engage these different types of supporters. And fundraising campaigns and fundraising events where people can come together are ways to first, and very importantly, generate revenue for your nonprofit. But more importantly, they are touch points where you can grow your funnel of supporters, strengthen your relationships with existing supporters, and really start to convert people that are attending your events or making a donation to a campaign into true advocates and supporters of your mission. So who are your supporters? We see nonprofits having all different types of supporters, and these people could be people that come to your annual fundraising 5K. They could be people who are volunteering either for your programs that you offer or at events that you have. They could be people who make donations, either recurring donations or one-time donations, fundraisers, corporate sponsors that support your different fundraising events and mission. And in addition to all these supporters who are already involved in your nonprofit in a very active sort of way, you also have all of these people who may be aware of your organization. And I kind of put these people into two buckets. They may be aware of your nonprofit and mission because they are connected as a friend or family member of one of your actual supporters who's already actively engaged with your nonprofit. Or they could just be people who are kind of aware of your nonprofit because they're connected to your mission in a meaningful way. And the powerful thing about supporter engagement and having free and purpose-built fundraising event technology is you can create all these activation points through events and campaigns to not only strengthen those existing supporter relationships and make them feel more connected and tied to your mission, but also to get that whole bucket of people who may be aware of your nonprofit more engaged and start bringing them in closer to your mission. So what GiveSignup, RunSignup does is we build free and purpose-built fundraising event technology. And we build tools that help you grow your fundraising events. So a lot of free marketing tools, from designing a beautiful free website that features your brand, your mission, your domain, to tools that help incentivize your existing network of supporters who are attending your events to bring their friends and family, like referral rewards. We also have a lot of tools that are built to help you convert your attendees into supporters. So in our new GiveSignup ticket event platform, we have the ability for your nonprofit to accept donations when people buy a ticket, or to offer donation discounts. So if you make a $50 donation, you get an automated $10 discount applied to your checkout purchase for your tickets. Free Facebook fundraiser integration, free fundraiser automated rewards and incentives. And then finally, we have a lot of great technology to make your event day very easy. And there's a couple of sessions that are going to go through some of these tools that nonprofits can use, from a free volunteer management and registration system to a mobile check-in app to make sure your event day runs smoothly and completely touch-free. So what we're really good at doing is we're really good at building fundraising and event technology, and we make it really easy for your nonprofit to use any one or multiple different tools that our platform offers. And just to illustrate kind of how people are using our technology to create these activation points and engage their supporters, I'm going to walk through a couple of customer stories. And I think really like the main theme that you'll see carrying through in these customer stories is that these events are, of course, ways to generate revenue and get new, constituents into your network. They're also a way for nonprofits to really tie their mission to events. And it's done in really meaningful ways, I think. And you can see it in everything from the websites that are designed to where their events are being held. There's always some sort of connection between the nonprofit's mission and this fundraising event that they're hosting. So the first example of customer story that we're going to talk about is an event called Move for Promise that's put on by Urban Promise International. And this is one that happened pretty recently, and they're using the virtual challenge platform that we introduced last year during the pandemic as a way to really encourage fundraising over an extended period of time. And I think this is a really great use of virtual challenge, in the post-pandemic world. It's still a way, particularly if you have a supporter base that's very geographically spread out, and it's not necessarily the easiest thing to bring everyone together in a single location for a physical event. Things like virtual challenges are really nice because it lets people have that opportunity to create their fundraising page and get motivated with a challenge. And it's great for your nonprofit because you have this whole extended engagement where you can encourage your fundraisers to reach their goals. You can encourage participants to log their results and reward them with milestones and badges when they hit certain amounts raised or certain numbers of activities completed. And I like this example because I think they also do a really nice job on their website where it's this combination of featuring the event and these calls to action to sign up and donate and fundraise, along with their donation goal, which they overachieved, which is fantastic. But they also use the website to put in a lot of content about their organization and providing information about how people can get involved with the organization, what sorts of opportunities they offer for the camps that they implement in Africa. And so I think this is a great example of how virtual still works, particularly for a geographically spread out supporter base, and how you can raise a lot of money doing creative things like this. This is a barbecue that is selling tickets on GiveSignup's ticket event platform this summer. And it's put on by an organization called the Thompson Island Outward Bound Education Center. And the nice thing about this barbecue is that they're hosting it on Thompson Island. And so I think that's a really nice, meaningful way to connect this fundraising event with what the organization raises money to do to maintain and provide outdoor education around Thompson Island. One of the interesting things that this nonprofit is doing is they're offering discounted member pricing for tickets. And at this time, they're creating unique coupon codes, which you can do really easily by uploading a CSV with codes into the back end of GiveSignup's ticket event platform. And they're emailing those unique discount codes to all their members. And they're also able to collect donations with ticketing. So they're raising more money than they would have using a generic ticketing platform like Eventbrite, because they have that ability to make the ask for a donation when people are either buying their tickets or just coming to their website with that big donate call to action featured throughout. This is an amazing event and an amazing organization. I'm sure if you're a runner, you may have followed this story a couple of years ago. Gabe Grunwald passed away from a rare form of cancer. And it's really amazing to see this nonprofit put on events in her memory and also raise money for rare cancers. This is an organization that's doing a hybrid 5K, and they're offering both an in-person and a virtual option. And I looked at their numbers this morning and I actually put these in. So they've had about a quarter people sign up for the physical in-person event, and about 3/4 of the people opt in for the virtual event. And again, I think hybrid is a great option for nonprofits right now because it's very inclusive and it gives all supporters the opportunity to participate. Some survivors may not be physically able to go to an in-person event at this time. Some people may be really far away. There's, a very national and international supporter base for the Brave Like Gabe Foundation. And so hybrid is really a way to allow all those supporters to be involved with this fundraising event. I like this example of a fundraising campaign using GiveSignup's new DIY fundraising campaign technology. It's a customer called Ballard Food Bank out in Washington State, and they're really using GiveSignup's platform as their all-in-one supporter engagement tool. So they're running this capital campaign to raise more money to build new buildings for their food bank. They're also hosting a series of ticket events on the platform, as well as their annual turkey trot. The other thing that I really like that they're using is they're using these new campaign slideshows that feature mock-ups of the new building that they're trying to raise money for. So it's just a really nice way to use a campaign and allow people to raise money by creating their own page that friends and family can donate to, while kind of featuring like what the very tangible outcome of this campaign is going to be with this slideshow that rotates that everyone who donates or becomes a fundraiser can see. And finally, I wanted to show this as an example of an outdoor ticket event that's taking place. We do see a lot of outdoor events being set up on the platform still, both because of the weather and just the ease of hosting an outdoor versus an indoor event at this time. One of the features that they're using is they are using our integrated store. And if you came to our presentation yesterday, we talked about how, one of the things that we are starting work on is having a standalone store and a warehouse where you can manage inventory. But this is an example of a customer that's using the store functionality for ticket purchases today in a really creative way. So they're actually upselling beer mugs that are branded with their Trail Foundation's logo. And if you purchase a beer mug when you buy your ticket, you'll get it at the event and you'll also get a free drink with it. So it's just a really creative way to kind of bring in extra revenue, upsell different items that feature your mission and brand and have a creative reward tied to all that as well. So using free and purpose-built fundraising event technology is kind of an easy option. I don't see a ton of downsides to it because you're not paying anything. There's no subscription costs. Our platform is very easy to use. But one of the challenges, I think, for nonprofits is that they often have invested a lot of time and money and resources into building a data management system. And this is a critical piece of being able to really leverage fundraising event technology in an efficient way. It's having all that data talk to each other and exist and live in the one place that your nonprofit is using to automate your communications and drip campaigns and calls with your supporters. So with GiveSignup, RunSignup, you have 3 different integration options. So the first is reports. Every single piece of data in our system is really easy to export and get out. If you're using us for a single ticket event or a 5K, I do recommend just starting with exporting reports and importing them into whatever system you use, just so you can get a sense of how that works. Your data is always available. It's owned by you. There's no cutoff of when you're able to export reports from the system. So that piece is simple, very easy to use, and obviously completely free. The second option is something called an open API, and this is a core piece of our technology. And basically what it is it allows developers to program to our system and to pull out any specific pieces of data that your event, your nonprofit gives them permission to do. So if you have an in-house developer, or if you have a specific technology consultant that you really like to work with, you can just send them the link to givesignup.org/API. I think that's the right link. Somebody can put it in the chat just to confirm that's the right URL. But there's directions on how they can get started with building an integration for any data that you want to get into another tool that your nonprofit uses. There's a whole sandbox that they can use, and they're able to contact the email address on there if they need any assistance. And then finally, we have our premier integration partner called RegForward. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about them on the next couple of slides. So today, RegForward has built a number of different integrations with different tools that nonprofits are using to automate their data getting into whatever other platforms they're using. So this is just kind of a list of integrations that they've built so far. And if you're interested in learning more about how your nonprofit can leverage RegForward and have an automated integration built for your organization, you can visit their website. The link is up here, regforward.com. And RegForward is a team of API specialists that can help your nonprofit get integrations up and running as quickly as possible. So if you're using a CRM or donor management system that you did not see on this list, that's fine. You can contact RegForward, or you can contact your rep at GiveSignup or RunSignup and let them know what you're interested in, and RegForward will be able to assist you. I did want to call out their pricing because it is a really affordable way that they're able to build these integrations. So your nonprofit can get unlimited integrations for only $60 a month. And if you're only using GiveSignup for 2 or 3 months out of the year for when your ticket purchases are open, you're only having to pay that fee during the months when the integrations are happening. So if you don't have activity happening on our platform in other months, there's no cost. There's a setup fee of $249.95 for each first connecting system. So when you're initially mapping out your integrations and getting everything set up and testing that whole process, they will charge about $250 for that, and $100 for each additional system. And along the way, as your nonprofit needs different support or new configurations, there's no additional upcharges or anything for that. So this is a great affordable option to nonprofits that don't have the in-house development or consulting partner to build an integration for them. And it's a great step up from the manual work of exporting your reports and importing them into other systems. Just a couple of quick examples of customers that have used RegForward for integrations. Girls on the Run uses GiveSignup, RunSignup as a charity partner. They have more than 1,200 fundraisers and 20,000 donors per year on our platform, which is a lot to manually import via a report. Their nonprofit CRM is Salesforce. They had a very detailed implementation plan for what they wanted for their integration, and RegForward was able to execute on that plan to automate that flow of data into Salesforce from GiveSignup, RunSignup. And the key thing that Girls on the Run is leveraging that integration for is as soon as somebody makes a donation or becomes a fundraiser, they put them into different drip campaigns that are geographic specific because they have a lot of different physical presences throughout the country, and they're able to provide very targeted education based on that location. The Loppet Foundation is doing about 60 plus events on the GiveSignup, RunSignup platform, and they use Neon CRM as their donor management system. So they're actually using our platform to manage basically everything from email marketing to managing, attendees and participants. And so what they wanted to do with an integration is pull all their donors into Neon immediately to place them into education campaigns about Loppet Foundation. And so they were able to leverage the Neon API and the GiveSignup, RunSignup open API in order to do that. And because it was so successful and easy and quick to implement this first integration, they're already trying to think about what other sorts of data integrations could help them be more efficient as an organization and save them time. And finally, Epilepsy Foundation of Colorado is using GiveSignup for a number of different tickets and fundraisings and general donations and virtual and in-person run walk rides throughout the year. And they're using both Salesforce and MailChimp. I like this quote of, well, I don't love it, but like they're just using so many different events on the platform that it caused a lot of manual work to get all the reports out and into a really complex system like Salesforce. So it used to take 10 hours per week to manually import that data into Salesforce. They didn't have a technical team within their organization, and RegForward was really able to help them listen to their needs and implement an actual integration plan to have their data automated and flowing and make sure that their team got those 10 hours back. So that is the end of my presentation. I know I went over by about a minute, but if you want to ask any questions, I could stick around for another minute or two.
We do have a question that came in that I thought would be best if you answer it for everybody. So Katie asked, we have a lot of groups wanting to put on a third-party event for their foundation. Could they do that through GiveSignup, even though those groups aren't the nonprofit themselves, and how would they accomplish that?
Yeah, so today there's a lot of flexible options for that. And what will happen over the next year or so is we'll make them more intuitive and easier for DIY fundraisers to use. So the one lightweight option is, of course, being able to set up the new GiveSignup fundraising campaigns and just letting people set up a fundraising page, whether they are going to run a marathon for your organization or do a hike or whatever sort of activity they want to do. And just fundraise around that. The other option, if they want to host a 5K or a run, walk, ride event or a ticketed event like a cooking class or pancake breakfast, whatever it is, you can allow them to go ahead into the GiveSignup, RunSignup platform and set up their event, create their run, walk, ride, create their ticket event. On the payment step, you can coach them to enter in your nonprofit's email. And that way you can go in, link your same payment account that you use for your fundraising events on the platform. And that way you'll be able to get the proceeds from the event. If you prefer that, the person just take the ticket revenue themselves, they would be able to set up their own payment account, and you would just be able to, provide the link where they can go set that up on GiveSignup.
Thank you. Looks like that's it for questions. We're gonna have another presentation here starting at 1, so top of the hour. So I'm gonna mute and disappear, but if anyone has any questions in between presentations, you can leave them, and then whoever the questions person is for each one will be able to get to those as we go. So we'll be back.